Welcome back all of you. This class I am going to discuss about variables and types. Variables and its types. Variables means they are the containers where we can store the values. Variables are the containers. You know the term container. Variables are the containers where we can store different types of values, and these values can vary during the execution of the program, or these values can change during the execution of the program. Variables are the storage location, or variables are the containers where we can store the value, and these values can change. We can access and change its content during the execution of the program. See that I just written x is equal to 1002. Here x is in the previous video I told you x is an identifier. What is an identifier? Identifier is the name given to a variable, function or different parts of the program. So I can say x is a variable. X is a variable whose content is 1002. X is a variable which can store the value 1002. Any value you can store over there, but in this example I just written x is equal to 1002. That means x, the variable x contain the value 1002. Now I just written one example over there. This is one example. I'll try out the same example in Python also. So see the difference. You can see the difference over there. I am going to open the Python. This is the Python screen. I will remove the existing content. Yes, I am going to write a equal to 109, b equal to 200. So a and b are the variables. A and B are the variable which contain two different values. Now I am going to write C equal to A plus B. C equal to A plus B. That means value of A and value of B added together, and the result is stored inside the variable C. What is the meaning of this sentence? So the meaning of the sentence is you are adding the value of A and B. A is 100, B is 200. The adding the value of A and B, that means 109 and 200 are added together, and the result is stored inside the variable C. Now I am going to write, print. So print, I told you print is a keyword which is already defined word, which is defined in small letter. If you are writing in capital letter, it will show the error message. So print is a keyword which is defined in small letter. So I am going to use print. Now in double quotes, I am going to write capital A. So whatever you are writing inside the double quote will be displayed as it is. So I am going to write A equal to. So A equal to will be displayed on the screen. Now after that, comma, I am going to write capital A. This capital, I am going to close the screen. This capital A is this variable. See the difference? This A is this variable, and this is a message. It is showing the user that the value of A equal to 109. Here this A is a variable. When you use a variable inside your print statement, that variable value will be displayed over there. So when I run this program, I am going to run this program. You can see A equal to, see that A equal to 109. This 109 is actually stored inside the variable A. If I am writing this way, see the difference. Instead of this one, if I am writing this A, without this A, I am using this program. See what is happening now. I am just writing this way. What you will get? It just shows a message. That means just you will get the output as A equal to. There is no value over there. It just display A equal to over there. You have to separate it by using comma, and you have to write A. Next, comma. Next, I want to display the value of B. If you want to display the value of b, I am just writing b like this. Just I am writing like this b. See the difference. See the difference the way output is displaying. I am going to run this program. See that it is showing the output as a equal to 109 and 200. 200 is actually the value of b. A equal to 109, 200. So there is no b equal to is written over there in the print statement. That is why that is not displaying over there. It just display the value of a and b. Now here I am going to write in double quotes. I am going to write b equal to, in double quotes I am going to write b equal to. So after that you have to use a comma. Now what is the output you are getting? A equal to 109, b equal to 200. Check the output. So this I told you all this type of combination you have to try out by yourself. Now see then a equal to 109, b equal to 200. Now next same way I am going to write comma in double quote c equal to double quotes closed comma c. So it will display a, b and c. All the three values will be displayed over there. I will show you and run the program. A is 109, b is 200, c equal to a plus b. A plus b means 309. So you got the answer there. Next, after this one, I am going to write c equal to some 500. C equal to 500. So what will happen means, in this statement you got the answer c equal to a plus b. That means it will be add a and b and the result will be stored in the variable c. That will be displayed here. That result will be displayed here. After that, if I write c equal to 500 means the existing value will be replaced. So existing value means the c contained the value 309. That 309 is replaced with the value 500. 309, already 309 is there, which will be erased or it will be replaced, and I am going to use print c, just print c. So now this print statement will display the value of c. Value of c is now it will be 500. We can run the program, see the output. Yes, it is 500. So here c is 309. After that you wrote c equal to 500. So automatically that 500 will be displayed there. If you want to display a message, that can be displayed here, c equal to comma. Then that message will be displayed over there. I run the program and see the output. The output will be c equal to 500 will be displayed over there. So this is all about your variable. Variable can store the values. Variables are the containers where we can store different types of values. Now, next is, so try out this program by yourself in your Python screen and you try to change the values, try to change the variables, use more variables into the program and try to use the print statement. So this is the way you have to study the Python programs. If I am discussing one program in the class, you have to try out with 10 programs. You have to change the variable. If I am writing this way, what will happen? Like that, you think and try out each of this thing in your program, in your system. Now, next is, a variable has three main components are there. A variable has three main components. One is identity of a variable. Second one is type of the variable. And the third one is a value of the variable. There are three components associated with a variable. One is the identity of a variable. Second one is the type of the variable. And third one is the value of the variable. Identity of a variable means it represents the memory location address of a variable. It is represent the memory location address of a variable. If I am writing a equal to 109 here, automatically the inside your computer memory, a small amount of memory is given to the variable a. And this 109 will be stored in that memory location. Each of this memory location has an address is there. What I told you is if you are writing a equal to 109, that means the value of 109 is stored inside the variable a. So a is a variable. Internally in your computer memory, a small amount of memory is given to this variable a. And within that 109 is stored. That memory location has an address is there. If you are using a variable, each of the variable will get a separate memory location, and each of this location has an address is there. I can display that address. I will show you the address now. See that I am just using two variables in my program. I am using two variables in my program. Now I am going to use print. I want to display. That is why I just use print. Print ID of a. ID is used to extract the address of the variable a. I told you each a variable will get a separate memory location, and each of the memory location has an address is there. So that address can be displayed by using the function ID. ID is a function which is used to extract the address of a variable. I will run the program. I didn't give any message over there, so it just display only the address. See, this is the address of that particular memory location. A variable got an address, that address is this one. I'll show you the address of the second variable. I just use two variables over there in the program, so I'm going to use print ID of B. Print ID of B. When I run this program, I will get another memory location address also. See that there are two memory location address. So you don't want to by heart all these things. You just want to know how to extract the address of a variable. By using the function ID, ID is already a predefined function which is already defined inside the interpreter. That is why when I use ID, automatically it's giving me the address. So if you want to give a message over there, that you can give over here. I am going to give a message just like address of B is, I can give a message like this. See, the address of B is. Now see the difference. I am going to run this program. See the difference. Run. Okay. The address of B is, it is showing the address there. Now that is the identity of a variable. That is the identity of a variable. Next, type of a variable. Type of a variable. I can show you the type by using the keyword or by using the function type. Type of A. I just want to see the type of the variable A. Type of the variable A means what type of value stored inside the variable. What type of value stored inside a variable. There is a type of the variable. When I run this program, it shows the type of the variable. So they see that it is an integer value. Whole number values are known as integer value in Python. So we will study different types of data data types in Python. So here are different types of types in Python. So that here in this case, here variable, which variable I use there? I use the variable A. A variable contain the value 109. 109 is an whole number. Whole number means it is an integer value. So that is why it is showing int over there. Instead of this one, if I am going to use a decimal number, I just use that whole number change into decimal number. Run this program. When you run this program, you can see it is class float. Float means decimal numbers. Decimal numbers are represented in Python as float. Whole numbers are represented as int. Decimal numbers are represented as float. And I'll change one more time. I'll change the value. Instead of this one, I am going to write A equal to Amita. A equal to Amita. See that whatever inside the double quotes is known as, it is a constant. So I just written Amita over there. I want to find out the type of that variable. Type of that variable is, see that when I run this program, you will get the type of the variable A. Type of the variable is str. That means they are the string type. So now we studied three types of the variable. One is int or integer, second one is float, and third one is string. Whole numbers are known as integer, decimal numbers are known as float, and something inside the double quotes is known as string value. Its type of that value is known, type of that variable is known as string. So this is all about different types of this is all about a type. And next, if I am going to value of a variable. Value of a variable means that we know that if I am using just like this, it will give you the value. See, run the program. All three statements I used over there. The value of B is 200. So what I told you is, variable has three main components. One is identity of a variable, second one is type of a variable, and third one is value of a variable. Identity of a variable represent the address of that variable. Type of the variable represent the type of value that is stored inside the variable. Value of the variable means whatever the content inside the variable, that is the value of the variable. One more time, just check in your Python screen. I just use, yes, A is this value, B is 200, and print ID of A. ID means ID will give you the address, and type will give you the value which is stored inside the variable A, or whatever the variable. We can use it this way, print. I can use it print type of B. That is also right. So it will give you the type of the variable B. Type of variable B. Now B contain the value 200, so the type will be int. And print B, just print B means that will give you the value. ID will give you the address, type will give you the type of the value, and without any keyword, if you are using the variable, that will give you the value. So this is all about variables and its type. So try out these things in your system. Then only you will get a clear-cut idea about how to use the variable in your program. Okay, children? Thank you, children. We can meet in next class. Okay.